वास्ते फलक से मैं चांद लाऊंगा, 16-17 सितारे संग बांध लाऊंगा। तेरे वास्ते फलक से मैं चांद लाऊंगा, 16-17 सितारे संग बांध लाऊंगा।
Asian Star Radio Drive Time. There you go. That's from the film Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke. Right, we're going right the way up until 7 o'clock tonight. It's 6:15 right now. Our guests are in the studio and we will be speaking to them in just a moment. But first, let's get a bit of music just to put you in the mood. Asian Star Radio, there you go. What a classic tune that was from back in the day. And none other than Channi Singh, Allah, Bam Pabiye Pabiye. And we play that here today after a very long time because our studio guests have arrived right about now. And of course, Channi and his lovely daughter Mona are in the studio live and present. Firstly, I'm going to say hello to Mona. Hello, Mona.
Hello, Racy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to move a little bit closer to our microphone? That'd be great.
Is that right?
That's much better. So, how's life been treating yourself? Haven't seen you for a long time. Actually, when I say that, it's a little bit of a lie. I did see you a little while ago at a function.
We did, yes.
Yeah, but how's things going with yourself? Tell us a little bit about I know, obviously, the music side. That's what I want to know, really. What you've been up to?
Yeah, all good. Been working hard on the music front. I mean, well, I'm working on some music of my own, so private album, private singles. My dad and I have been working very closely on his new material that will be coming out soon as well. And we've been working on some film projects.
Wow.
And some sort of mainstream projects as well. So there's been lots going on behind the scenes. Sometimes on my front it does take a bit of time to release something, but the productivity is still there. It's all happening in the background.
Well, I'm sure Dad's been a big inspiration in your career, hasn't he?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, I think that's the reason why you got into this line of business. That's what normally happens.
Exactly. I mean, I grew up watching my dad and a lot performing from a very young age. I still remember the rehearsals we used to have at home twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evenings.
Wow.
And I remember...
As well as doing homework.
Well, that would be the thing. I'd have to be bedtime for me, and I could hear them rehearsing downstairs, and then I'd creep back down and just sit amongst them and listen to them rehearse. So I started singing from the age of 3, and it was all because of the band and, you know, watching them. And I did my first stage performance with the LARP at the age of 6. So I was their female vocalist. and that's how I got into it. And then always been very musical at school and through studies. And it's just part of me.
Music runs in the veins in the family, isn't it? Everyone, in musically talented family, no doubt about that. Right, excellent. Just a reminder to our listeners in the studio, that was, of course, Mona. Her father is also here. We'll be speaking to him shortly. And if you want to watch, you can do so on the Asian Star TV channel, YouTube. It's live right now if you want to watch on that. Alternatively, of course, you're listening to us on various platforms. It's a very good evening to you. It's Friday night special. And why is it a special one? Because we've got a big event coming up in about a week's time, haven't we? It's all happening at the Riverside Venue here in just on Bath Road, Heathrow. It's a huge event, and it's brought to you by Pam Suri Productions. Lovely lady who takes intricate details into account when she puts her events on, which is fantastic. So tell me a little bit about how you're feeling about this event which is coming up, because when was the last time you performed, and now you're performing again? When was the last time you did a public performance, Mona?
Actually the summer's been extremely busy with melas and festivals, we did a big dinner and dance about a month or so ago, which was excellent, you know, with a live band. The whole live band experience is something that you can't actually beat. You know, it's like brings you back in the day, you know, when you used to only have live bands performing. And I'd love to see more of that. It is coming back, but I'd love to see more of that. And this event that we're doing on the 7th of October, the lineup, we actually, all 3 of us, Alap, Hira and myself, the 3 of us performed at the Barbican 15 years ago, and it's the same lineup again that's being brought to you by Pam Suri Productions on the 7th of October. And you know, we've been rehearsing and really looking forward to this event. Like I said, I love the whole live scene. I love performing with a live band, and it's just a different experience, and that kind of interaction you get with the crowd, like, absolutely, you know, you can't beat that.
Yeah, no, you took the words out of my mouth. There's nothing like live music. And I know music, it is what it's today at the moment. You know, it's been put together in studios and samples and God knows whatever else. But live music is live music, and it gives you a certain different type of buzz, doesn't it? So
definitely.
Excellent. So now, this is going to be quite phenomenal. The Legends is what it's called. And, of course, your father is a legend, a pioneer of Bhangra music. And, of course, Bhangra has now, it actually spiraled from the United Kingdom out to the world, hasn't it? And
yes.
You've got artists from Canada and and all over the
All
place.
over, yeah.
But Bhangra really, the true essence of Punjabi English Bhangra came from here. And of course, your father, Channi Singh, was one of those pioneers, and behind that great group, Alap. And Babi Ani Babi was a song that we still remember today. And of
Yes.
course, the next generation will remember it as well. And I'm sure it'll go on. An evergreen hit. And we don't get evergreen hits anymore. You know, we talk about evergreen hits in Bollywood, but you don't get much in British Bhangra. You get those limited shelf life material, and then it's gone, isn't it?
Exactly.
So this is amazing. So legends are coming together, and they are legends, and we will always say they're legends. Your father and, of course, Hira, back in the 80s. I mean, I can remember when I was a young lad then as well, and dancing in those daytimers, you know, and you know, we grew up watching these great people, and it's going to be phenomenal to see two bands coming back together in a venue which is just down the road from where we're based here, and so I'm looking forward to it. And will they be able to create that same magic they did many years ago? From your opinion, what do you think?
I think so. I mean, you know, I watch Alap. I watch my dad perform on stage, and you know, I'm still in awe watching him perform after all these years, from a kid watching him as a child and then to now. He's still got the same energy. The voice is still the same. You know, he can still belt out all his classics, and it's great just watching him. And then all those classic hits, all those songs that remain evergreen, you just will be mesmerized. And I mean, I've grown up watching the likes of Hira, all the other bands, you know, I've grown up watching them. And again, I'm sure people will really enjoy the performances on the night.
You know, I think the big question sometimes it becomes, you know, these guys are coming back. Are they still at it? Can they perform the same as they did 30 years ago? I don't know. So I think I'm going to speak to your father in a moment and ask him how he's going to reassure the public that he's going to be that young lad he was back in the 30s, 30 years back. He was strutting his stuff on stage. You know, we're looking forward to that. So I'll find out his view in a moment. But let's have a listen to Mona's track, Koka Silver. Do you want to give us a little bit of insight and or a background on this particular song?
Yeah, this was my last release, Koka Silverda, and I shot this video in Jaipur. I had great fun doing this. Worked in collaboration with the music director Jatinder Shah, and top lyricist from Bollywood, Kumar, actually penned the lyrics to this song. So yeah. So it was a really good collaboration for this track, and like I said, it was a great video shoot. We had so much fun, and the song itself, you know, it gets those shoulders moving when you hear it.
Got my shoulders moving at one of your events. Let's have a listen. I'll chat again. Okay, here we go. Asian Star Radio. There you go. That's Mona singing Kukla Silva there, and it was written by the very, very popular Kumar from Hira, she tells
Not
me.
Kumar from Hira, Kumar from Bollywood.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
The one that pens every single lyric in
really?
every single top
Okay.
Bollywood movies.
Yeah, fine. Oh,
Yes.
I got that one wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So that's really, I mean, that's
Yeah, we composed, both of us
Oh, did
jointly
you?
composed, yeah.
well, let's say hello to your dad anyway. Channi, most honourable, most welcome, big welcome to Asian Star Radio.
Same here.
Thank you very much
It's
for
always
taking
good
time.
to see you, Ray. Thank you.
No, it's more. You know what? Every time you come here, you grace us with your presence. You,
No,
you are the pioneer of Punjabi music in the UK, if not worldwide.
Thank you. You have been like a younger brother to me always.
Nice. Thank you very much indeed. So, Channi ji, thank you first and foremost. Now, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to before we talk about the big show next week. Tell me, ki ho raha todi duniya ch ki ho raha ajkal?
But jo Mona ne explain kita, my new song is coming hopefully next month. And another one we have recorded already, and it has been 2 songs I shot in India recently, a few months ago. So they are being finalized now at this moment. So I'm sure people are going to love them because the way it has been done. Plus, the couple of movie projects, and the mainstream recently came. It was called Wedding Season on Netflix, American movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they put bit of our music in a party scene. Yeah, so Mona is working on couple of movie tracks as well. So let's hope,
Do you go to India to do this, or do you do all from here and just marry everything up?
Yeah, that's the beauty of now technology. As we were
Yeah.
talking, you can do everything. You can be sitting anywhere basically, and then we can all just collaboratively put in our, inputs. But for video shoots, definitely we fly out because you've got to
of
be
course,
there physically. But for production,
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, now Mona helps me a lot, in production. When we compose tunes, so I ask Mona, Mona, is it okay this way? And then I take her views on that, and in the end, the final product is excellent. So, this is what I have noticed, and she will tell me, Papa, this is the code, this is that code, or whatever.
Yeah, you get her input now, don't you?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
an
yeah.
expert in her own right.
No, she has gone better than me, to be honest. Yeah,
Wow.
and
I'll
and-
take that.
I'm
compliment,
really,
yeah.
really proud of her achievements, and God's bless. I always pray for the better health and happiness of the family and everybody else, around the world.
Well, firstly, the other thing I must say, if you're watching on YouTube, which you can do, by the way, Channi ji, you are looking very young. You're getting younger by the day. What's going on? Must be some special medication or special food supplement you must be taking.
No, it's just the running around and my daily exercise. Plus, I have a charity, where 50 to 60 homes for older generation, people who can't stand.
Very good,
Stand
yeah.
up, people who can't cook food for themselves. So from our office, about 50 to 60 meals go every day, 6 dishes freshly cooked every day, not for one community but all the communities. So,
You've been doing that for a very long time, haven't you?
30 years nearly.
So you've been doing that, and of course you're doing rehearsals and you're all this music production and everything else as well at the same time.
Yeah, so when you say during the COVID, all my staff, all the cooks and everybody, stopped because of the COVID. Nobody wanted to go, but I never stopped. Mona helped, my missus helped, so my brother-in-law
Wonderful,
helped.
yeah.
So we never stopped.
Doing a grand job, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so this is why.
No, you're looking very
I was asking the question that are they going to be back like the younger days at the
just about
show?
to ask you.
There you go.
yeah.
No, tell me.
Yeah,
Tell me. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we obviously asked Mona as well, but in your opinion, truthfully now, from the heart,
Yeah.
they do wonder. They say, "Oh my God, Alap and Hero have been around for a long time, 80s. Are you going to be able to perform like you did then? We're going to go buy tickets and go and sit there. Are they going to give us that same magic that they did in the 80s today?"
There's no doubt about it. Because every weekend or so, I have a show somewhere or in this country. So people are mesmerized, amazed, to see our performance. And recently, we did in Bailey's, it was a dinner and dance. So, the people, I was performing live, Mona was performing live, and people were really crazy. And so God has been great, and, I'm quite confident that, not only confident, I'm sure, and people will love that. So I still got the same energy, like you said, more younger. So it will be much more better than the younger days.
No doubt.
I'm still young.
So what should we say to the potential ticket buyers for this Legends show, which is happening at the Riverside? What can we say to people? What can we say? Look, you need to come out and see the old school band still at it, still doing what they used to do, but if not better. Come and see them, what they do. What can we say other than what I've just said?
Yeah, people can associate, with their memories, our songs, because, I don't know how many thousands weddings we have done, in our lives. So, they're all our fans around the world.
Any new songs that you might be introducing on the night?
That's a secret.
You'll have to wait for the night.
Okay. So I was just thinking, in case that people might think, is Jenny got any more stuff? Has Mo got anything more new coming out, and we'll be able to?
Yeah, it'll be different.
Well, can we have a little snippet maybe today? A little. You must, because you're a talented artist. You'll be able to give us some sort of a line of a popular song, if not the new one.
Give one of your popular.
Which one? मैंने चूड़ियाँ चढ़ा दे
I was going to say Chum Chum, yeah.
One of the favourite for many people. Yes, beautiful song.
With the legendary Asha Bhosle ji, the great queen of melodies.
How was your experience before you do that? How was your experience working with Asha Bhosle ji?
She was very down to earth, and because this was a Punjabi song, so she asked me, Channi, am I pronouncing the word right? And and then I thought myself, look, how honorable and how humble she is, that she's asking me that how should I say this word, whereas she had sung so many Punjabi songs before as well in the movies. So
Amazing.
I wrote the words in few days, made the composition and sent it to her, and she was here actually.
She came here. Yeah.
She came here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the first time I met her.
And instantly, when she heard the words and the composition, she was ready. Yeah.
Okay then, let's have the honours. Drop us a couple of lines from that very, very popular song.
O mainu chudiyaan chada de chann ve, वे मैनू चूड़ियां चढ़ा दे चन्न वे, मैं छम छम नचदी फिरां, चूड़ियां चढ़ा दे चन्न वे, मैं छम छम नचदी फिरां, सूट सवा दे उत्ते बूटियां पवा दे वे, मैं कुड़ियां च जचदी फिरां, हाँ मैं छम छम नचदी फिरां. हाँ जी.
Fantastic. It's lovely. I'm going to have a listen of that later on. But right now we're going to a LARP song. And then we're going to have one from Mona as well, Ki Dassa. I'm going to talk to you about Ki Dassa. That was a nice song. And Vemundia as well that you done. Yeah. And then we're going to go back to Channi. Channi's got a huge amount of songs. We don't know where to start.
Yeah, like so many songs of mine copied into movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, okay, so we just switched on right now. We have one of the legends, two of the legends. Well, you could be a legend in the making.
Exactly.
We've got a legend and a legend in the making, and of course the other half of the legends that will be appearing on the night will be here tomorrow. And of course Channi and Mona are here, and the big show that we're talking about is of course taking place on the 7th of October at the Riverside Venue, or just down the road in Heathrow. So you need to buy your tickets if you haven't bought them already. I believe it's nearly sold out, so it's going to be a great night. And the lady in question is Pam Suri. Now what she does, a little bit about the promoter. Sometimes it's all about the promoter and how they kind of deliver shows. She's very, very you know, she likes to take details into account. So little things, the colour schemes, how she lays out the table. She wants everything to be perfect, like one would. But I think some promoters actually just worry about bringing the money on the tickets and getting on with it. But she goes that further mile to make sure that her guests get a full experience.
Yeah.
And that's what she's about, which I like about her. And of course, now she's bringing two great groups together. And again, that hasn't been done since 15 years.
That's right. Yeah.
So another reason why you should buy your tickets for the 7th of October at Riverside Venue. In the meantime, let's have a listen to this.
The best mix of music. Asian Star Radio.
नच नच
Boy, nachi nachi.
नच नच
Boy, nachi nachi.
नच नच
Asian Star Radio, the sounds of Channi Singh from Alab, and of course we have the honour and the pleasure of having him here live in the studio, and you can see him on the Asian Star TV Asian Star TV channel right now. If you go online, you can watch us or watch our guests live right there, and we will continue to talk about this great show which is happening on the 7th of October at the Riverside Venue. Channi, can you remember melodies of this song, Nachamundaya?
Yeah. You know, so when I take, you know, all, I think about 95% songs are written by myself, you know, in my whole career.
Wow.
In all Alap's albums, and this was
This album actually has a few songs that were copied in Bollywood films.
Okay.
So Junni Dudjai was one of them.
Which films? Can you
So-
remember any of the films?
Yeah,
The big film named Dil.
Oh, okay.
Madhuri Dixit.
Wow.
the song
Mujhe
Mujhe
Neend
Neend
Na
Na
Aaye.
Aaye.
Mhm.
That's exact copy of my, you know, I give you one line because the time is short.
Go ahead, yep.
ओ चुन्नी उड़ जाए हो, ओ चुन्नी उड़ जाए, गुत खुल जाए, मुंह बदो बदी निकल जाए, कुड़ी नू रब्बा की हो गया, कुड़ी नू यारो की हो गया. Same song. ओ मुझे नींद ना आए हो, ओ मुझे नींद ना आए मुझे चैन ना आए कोई जाए जरा ढूंढ के लाए न जाने कहाँ दिल खो गया कुड़ी नु रब्बा की हो गया.
So this song, and then
Exact song.
there was another one, Pyar De Pujari,
Oh, yeah,
that was
yeah.
copied in the film Hatya, Govinda and Neelam, and the title was Pyar Ki
Even the
Pujaran.
wording.
Yeah, yeah, I love that song.
And then the Mother Mustakalandar in this album, that was copied, part of it, the intro where the hek is done, the alap in the beginning, that was copied in the song Bobby Deol and Krishna Kapoor film.
Ah, right.
What was that film called?
And Ashik.
Ashik.
Even Bebanjara song.
And this, sorry, Nach Mundia was copied in film Beta.
Oh, yes.
Kapoor and Madhuri Dixit.
Yeah.
So there were loads of songs from this film that
And
were copied.
you know, in film Ashik, this was a song. O mere dholna mere jane.
Yeah, that was
That was
Vevanjara.
Bebanjara Karma Wale.
So when these songs get copied in Bollywood, you get no credit for it, do you?
No.
Unfortunately, at that time.
Yeah, and that
What
time.
about now? Is it changed much in India in terms of this copyright stuff? And, you know,
Well, if somebody does it now, yeah, definitely.
things have changed, yeah? So, I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't have to be the exact song, but it can be a copy and you know that is the song, isn't
Yeah.
it, where it's sourced from, the
Yes.
original.
Yeah.
So you get something from it. I think there's been some cases in India.
There
where
have
people
been
do
some
it.
cases, yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, let's talk about, of course, what is coming up in this beautiful show, because that's what you're here about. today. And of course, I mean, you have new material that you just spoke about, and that's going to be coming out. You'll be performing some of that new stuff.
Well, I think the whole idea is for that to be brought out at the time when we're ready to release. So I don't think there'll be a preview of that
right.
on the night. It's more about the classics and
reminiscing.
yeah,
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
the
people
legends
have to
and
come, yeah.
all the songs that they know and they can relate to. And then obviously the new material will be brought to you
Yeah.
soon.
We'll send you.
We can't wait. Now, look, there's always been this thing that people used to perceive Alap and Hira as kind of rivals. Now, tell us a little bit about the rivalry. Was there rivalry between you two guys? I mean, like the bands, not you personally, but as
No,
bands?
not we.
Very naturally.
I'm being very honest. You know, some people might say, or the other band might say, but Alap had never any rivalry with any
band,
bands.
yeah.
It was special instructions to my band that we mind our own business. You know, we do our own work. We don't care about anybody else. You know, we mind our own business. So, you know, they were like our brothers. They still are our, family. So we never had any rivalry.
Oh, that's really nice.
Never had
I
any
think
rivalry.
people like to sort of put that spin that, there's some competitive rivalry, but
Yeah, never.
there's never
Yeah.
been with any of the bands.
Yeah, especially myself.
Because I think people, like you said, people want to hear a bit of juicy gossip. And
Yeah.
stuff going on.
But Alap and Mira have shared the stage many times.
Many times.
Even though we're talking 15 years, that was at the Barbican, the two live bands, But since that time, Alap and Hira have shared the stage many times with other artists as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like they haven't performed together, but
They have,
yeah.
No doubt about that. Thanks for clearing that up. I thought there was some rivalry going on.
No rivalry.
So, Jenny, you tell us a little bit about how times have changed, in your professional opinion, how Bhangra music was and how things were coming out back in the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. What do you think of the music situation now? What do you think the state of play is? What do you think about people creating music? No, on your opinion first, then I'll get on
Yeah,
this.
my opinion is that, it's not the same. You know,
Is it good or bad?
Yeah, some things are good. My perception was that, produce those kind of things which are, they are there for many years to come.
But we don't get that anymore.
Yeah, so this is my point is this, that this is not anymore. The songs come, they are there for a few years, and then something.
If you're lucky, 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Because some of the songs we get here, we play them for a couple of months and they've gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
no doubt the artists are very big, and very good artists, young artists now.
Yeah.
And I respect them, and Mona respects them a lot. But the music scene is totally changed.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
And I think also when the times of when my dad started with his band, there wasn't social media, there wasn't all these things about followers or how many views,
course,
and you know,
yeah.
it's complete change of scene, and the music scene has become more modern, I'd say.
Do you like it now? How it
I
is
like
today?
some of the stuff. Yeah, I've got it on my playlist.
But generally,
you know.
generally, would you say
I tend to-
is it a decline in the way music is being made, Punjabi music, or not?
Do you know some of the stuff? Like I said, I can't paint everybody with the same brush. I do feel it's Punjabi lyrics, but it's like an English track, or it's a
Yeah.
Western track.
Right.
Whereas my style of music, obviously everyone's got their individual taste. I tend to steer back to what I grew up with. You know, I love the old traditional Bhangra.
Yeah,
You know, that
absolutely.
was my music. But you know, I like all sorts of, like yesterday coming back from rehearsal, we were listening to Sufi music, Qawwalis. That's my style of music. I mean, I do like some of the stuff that's coming out today, some of the Punjabi stuff, but I wouldn't call that Bhangra music unless there's that Bhangra instrumentation,
Yes,
which is now not there so much. It's more modern instrumentation, like very modern, with no Indian instruments.
Excellent. Thanks for your opinion on that. I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to play Pyar De Pujari next. Time is short, and then we're going to talk about the band that's going to perform on the day. I want to talk about a little bit about that. But right now, let's have some music. Asian Star Radio back in the days with the Pujari, and that's with Alap, and Channi is here along with, of course, his lovely daughter Mara Singh is also here at the moment, and we are looking forward to a fantastic show which is coming up. Only days to go now. On the 7th of October, all roads lead to the very glamorous Riverside Venue. So tell me, are you excited to be there? There's going to be tell me about the band that's going to be playing playing at the Riverside?
Yep. So the band is directed by Harry Matharu. As I was saying, we were up in Birmingham yesterday doing a rehearsal. Very good band. There's about 6-7 musicians in total, I think.
Yeah, some of our
And
musicians
then
as
we've got some of the ALARP members in there as well that will be performing. So yeah, they're very, very good. Everyone's putting a lot of work for rehearsals. Obviously, they're playing with 3 artists, ALARP, myself, and Hira. So a lot of work for them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. And apparently, is a green carpet event, right? Does anybody know what a green carpet event is?
I think it's a carpet which is green and going to be laid out for people to walk on, and I believe it's a black tie event.
It's a black tie event, yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm sure obviously in Pam Suri style, the layout of the venue, etc., and all the decor is going to be
Yeah, that's one thing
Yeah.
about Pam, which
Top
is
notch.
top
Yeah,
notch.
top notch. That's
Something
what it's all
special,
about. Yeah. So I just say that there's going to be canapes as you arrive. So it's a green carpet event. It's going to be lovely decor there on the day. It's a 5-course meal on the night. Doors open at 6 o'clock at Riverside for this big showdown of the Legends. Dhamaka is what it's called, Legends Dhamaka, and the 2 very, very big artist bands, Lab and Hira, and of course Mona Singh on the night. And we were going to talk about Harry's band.
Yes.
It's going to be different to what you guys were used to playing back in the day.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, there's a couple of the ALARP boys that will be performing with the band. So not all the ALARP members are there, and obviously Hira members, the band members are not all there, but there's a combination.
Right, okay. So can I just quickly plug the number? If you want tickets, there are only limited tickets left. Is 07950 930 797. That's 07950 930 797. You can call Pam yourself and she will answer every question you need to know about this event. Pam Suri Productions brings you Legends of the Marker on the 7th of October, of course, alongside Channi Singh, who is here today. Mona Singh is here today, and Kumara will be here tomorrow. Amarjit Sidhu will be hosting the event on the night. Harry Mataro is the man in charge of the band, and of course Pam is the lady who's putting it all together. So we're looking forward to it very much indeed. So get those tickets now, people. Are available and running out very fast. You want to see ALARP and Hira after 15 years. My God, it's going to be absolutely
Princess of
phenomenal.
Bhangra, Mona Singh.
Yeah, let's have a quick listen to Mona's Ki Dasa. Tell us a little bit about this before we're going to play a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's have a break.
this song was on my album Stronger.
Yeah.
So I worked in collaboration with Rishi Rich on this. Love this song. This is actually like a part 2 of my song Garara, which was in album number 1.
Okay.
So my dad wrote this song, and it was based on my mum, who actually took a little trip as she was walking, and she came home one day and she said, "Oh, guess what? Today I actually had a bit of a tumble. I fell down." And straight away my dad started writing the song. And so yeah, that's where this song actually
Great song. Let's have a quick listen. Asian Star Radio. Our time's nearly 7:15. Unfortunately, 7 o'clock news are on their way. Mara, so great. So I love that song. Fantastic.
Thank
I'll
you.
perform it on the night.
I'm performing this one on the night, so get your dance shoes and all your dance moves.
I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And Channi, last words from you to all the public about this big event, Legends the Marca, on the 7th of October at the Riverside Venue. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be there, along with all our fans. Let's have a good night, let's have good fun and dance along and make it a memorable night.
Indeed, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be fantastic. 2 legends coming together, Legends the Marca for sure, and live band, live music, just like it used to be in the old days. It's going to be absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely right.
Buy your tickets for Riverside Venue, 7th of October. Pam Suri Productions brings you 2 great iconic figures from the music business, and thank you very much on that. Thanks for being
Thank you.
part of today's show.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Thank you.
On FM, AB Plus, on the Asian Star Radio app, on Alexa, online. This is Asian Star News.
During the incident this morning, all but 11 have since been discharged. Mark Thomas is from Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service.